Steve Ledden with OpticsPlanet, and today I'm going to speak to you about how I cut the foam out of a Storm 3300 case for a Western hunt. The Storm 3300 case is one of the strongest cases on the market. I recommend it very highly. It weighs 19 pounds. It has 6 latches. The latches are easily opened and closed with the help of a button in the middle of the latch, even when the case is overloaded. The first thing we have to do is determine where your firearm and other products are going to go. One of the most important reasons to situate a firearm in a certain way in this case is you want to keep the weight over the wheels. You don't want to have the heavy part of the case by the handle. You want the wheels to do the work. Start with the firearm. This is a Ruger 77 in 270 Weatherby. Very flat shooting cartridge, great for Western antelope hunting. And this is where I would like this gun. Most of the weight is over the wheels. But there's a little twist to this. I really like the serial number facing up when I check it in at the airport, and TSA has to check your baggage. Ideally, they will open it, look at your serial number, and close the case back up and let you go on your way. If they have to remove the gun and check your serial number, it takes a longer time. But the twist to this is when we cut this out, we would like the marker that you're going to outline all the products with on the underside of the foam. It just looks a lot neater. So the twist here is I'm going to take this gun and I'm going to turn it over to the other side, and everything is kind of going to be like a mirror image. So this will all be placed backwards, and when it's done getting cut, then I will switch it over, and it really looks a lot neater. Keeping in mind that you can situate these on top of the phone many, many times, but you only get one chance to cut it. So make sure that you're including all the products that maybe you don't want to check in with your other luggage, or things you feel that are too expensive or you need to be secure to fit in this case. Situate everything nicely, cut once. And remember, this is a reverse image. You want the serial number on the firearm up. You want the heavy parts of the case over the wheels. Now you're going to need a couple of things. I like using just a standard Sharpie, and I'm going to just start doing this right here. I feel that this is situated pretty nicely. Nothing is too close to the edge. And I'm going to start outlining with a Sharpie. One thing you want to do is you don't have to be very, very intricate. All the products are going to be nestled very nicely and very secure. So you could just see how I do this. And it's not a real big deal to be so close to everything, because when you cut the foam out, it's really nestled in nicely. And again, trying to keep the marker pretty much perpendicular, and you do not have to be so precise. The products are going to be nicely secured. And it is as simple as that. Now that we have our products outlined, we can take them off and see what it looks like. And again, it didn't have to be pretty, because we're going to cut it out on this side, and the outline is going to be underneath. It's a reverse or a mirror image. So the serial number is up on the firearm, and the heavy parts of it are over the wheels. One product that is absolutely needed to do this is an electric carving knife. They're very inexpensive. This is about $10 at one of the big box stores. My Shirley bought this for me for the exclusive use of cutting foam out of Pelican and Storm cases. When we cut the foam out, we want to make sure that the knife is perpendicular to the surface of the foam. One of the reasons for this is when we cut out this firearm, if we want to go on a different hunt, we can take all of the inserts out, put them back in, use that as the bottom layer of foam, and now we have a fresh palette to start with for our next trip with different firearms or different products. Now we're ready to start cutting our foam, and since I'm usually doing this myself, I'll show you how I do it. You need some kind of weight on the end of the foam. In this case, I'm going to use the Storm 3300 case itself. Okay, I'm ready to start cutting the foam, and again, it's very important that you keep the electric knife blade perpendicular to the foam and try and keep the lines showing. You always want to cut inside the line. It's a little more snug for your product. So here we go. And you can see when you're done, if you keep your blade at a right angle, how nicely they come out. It's really the best way to do it. A razor blade or a carving knife really doesn't do nearly as good of a job. Okay, we're done cutting out the foam. You can see how it looks. And you can certainly use this foam like it is, but you can see the marker outline. And what's nice is, remember that we did the reverse image or the mirror image, and now when we put our products in, it looks very nice and neat. We can start with our firearm with the serial number up, nice and snug. Here's our bolt, Shooter's Ridge bipod, Smith & Wesson handgun, all important duct tape and Streamlight Buckmaster headlamp, 6px flashlight, Nikon Monarch binoculars with the chest harness, fits in there nicely. One of my favorite fixed blade knives, Nikon Rifle Hunter 550 rangefinder. This is not going anywhere, no matter who's handling your baggage. This is absolutely secure, I promise you. Now that our case is cut out and we're very secure with all our products, another tip is to put some stuff underneath the top foam piece. I always bring with me targets. I always bring with me some ear puffs. Here is some Sonic Defenders from Surefire, a few wrenches that I regularly use, a ballistic charge, some extra targets, a bore snake, and a cleaning rod. If you are going to a place where you might need a rifle case, I suggest we throw in also a very slim case. Now we can close everything up and enjoy TSA at the airport with very little trouble.